In 1997, a French photographer named Julien Martin traveled to a small town in southern France. He was working on a project about abandoned hotels. He checked into an old, forgotten place called Hotel Lumière, a hotel that had been closed for years. Locals whispered about the infamous room 313. They said no one could stay there for more than one night. Julien decided to sleep in that very room. He set up his camera on a tripod, recording the entire night. Around midnight, he woke to the sound of something dragging across the carpet. He sat up, nothing was there. But on the camera footage, a shadow slowly crawled up the corner of the wall. The next morning, Julien left the hotel. When he checked his files, every video was gone, except for one blurry photo taken from beside his own bed. A photo he never took. After that night, Julien was haunted by constant nightmares. Whispers in his ear kept saying, "You're still in the room." 2 years later, Julien was admitted to a psychiatric hospital. He never spoke again about what he saw that night. 4 years later, psychiatrist Dr. Eliot Frey reviewed Julien's case. Julien kept repeating, "I never left, the room is still with me." Despite warnings, Dr. Frey went to Hotel Lumière himself. The hotel was crumbling. Room 313 was locked, covered in rust. But when he touched the handle, it opened by itself. The room was empty, cold, damp. A large mirror stood against the back wall. Dr. Frey turned on his voice recorder. As he spoke, a new voice whispered through the recorder, "You came too late, the door is closing." At that moment, the door slammed shut. 2 days later, when police arrived, they searched every room. There was no room 313. Only a brick wall between rooms 312 and 314. On the dusty floor, they found Dr. Frey's recorder still playing. "I'm still inside." 2023. A YouTuber and urban explorer, Christopher Haywood, heard the story of room 313 and decided to investigate. Against the warnings of locals, he entered the hotel and set up hidden cameras. He camped in room 312, right beside where room 313 should have been. Past midnight, he heard breathing from inside the wall, scratching on stone. Then a whisper, "I'm still here, I can't get out." Christopher froze. His camera cut to static. The next morning, only his belongings were found. On the wall between rooms 312 and 314, long scratch marks and a message written in dried blood. Another one came, "No one has ever left." 1 year later, before the hotel was demolished, workers found a hidden, windowless room between 312 and 314. The walls were covered in claw marks. A shattered mirror stood in the center. On the broken glass, written with a finger, "This won't be the last." No bodies were found. But in the rubble, an old camera with a tape was discovered. On the video, Julien, Dr. Frey, and Christopher all standing in front of the mirror, whispering, "We're still here." But the most disturbing part, in the mirror there was a fourth figure, holding the camera, their face blurred beyond recognition. Since that day, locals say that anyone who hears their own name, whispered from the mirror in their sleep, never wakes up again.